Well, I'll tell you what, it has turned into not a scorcher. It is a hot day, but I think I thought it was going to be like obscenely hot today in Ontario. It's hot, but not like, oh my God, get me out of here hot. It's 32 degrees. The humidity's climbing, but it's not crazy hot yet. I suspect it will be within the next 2 hours. But it was you know what? I wish this was the type of morning we had to qualify all our babies at. But take what you're given. So a good day at the qualifiers today. I know Brenda's horse got qualified with James Amazon Dragon in the first qualifier. The one I went with was Globetrotting. Man, she's such a nice mare. Just went very, very easy with her today. Got away 5th. You know, her whole life she's always been closed up and always been kind of hot and wiry. And she's getting older now and understanding. Dominic took the time to train her back with an open bridle on, and she wore one today. She was perfect. Closing in on 2 heavyweights. What's Trevor's horse's name? I forget. Fashion Frenzy was Louis. He was climbing all over Trevor too. He was loaded. But Globetrotting in the fastest last quarter, 27 and a piece. Last half, 56 and 4 in the race, and was exceptionally good. We'll come back next week with a qualifier in 54 or 55 with her. Actually, she fits pretty low, I think, her first start. So 55-ish. I'd like to go with her. No point dropping the hammer on. There's no need for it right now. So we'll probably go around 55 in a bit with her next week. And then off to the races. But she seemed very, very subdued. Very quiet. So very happy with the way she behaved today. Then we went with 6 schoolers. Schooled Chocolate for lunch. She made a break and then coming out of the gate. I'm going to take a long, hard look at Chocolate for lunch here over the next week. I like her, but here's another situation. Is she good enough to turn out? Is she good enough to wait on? No doubt she's going to make a racehorse somewhere, but is she going to make a racehorse for us? And I know there's got to be a lot of people out there saying, Anthony, again, with the, I don't want her because she's not a stake horse. I want effective horses. You know, we're trying to build the Yankees. That's what we're trying to build. And we don't have the Yankees budget. So we're trying to buy horses, keep real good horses, and I know that sounds opposite of what we did yesterday, selling Levitor and Stonebridge Simba. But again, it isn't just about having the fastest horse. It's about having horses that can stack good races together, right? Numbers a 2, numbers a 3, numbers a 4. There's a couple of horses selling today on Gate I'm watching very closely also that maybe fit the bill and over the next week. So there are horses out there. We missed out on an open trotter yesterday, but I thought it was just too much money to pay for that horse. 4 under par. $86,000 was a lot of money to give for that mare for a horse that didn't really have a ton of avenues. She can either do or you're in trouble. And I don't really like that equation. It's not stacked in our favor in any way, shape, or form. So, again, getting back to Chocolate for lunch, is she going to be keeper? I guess is what I'm saying. She has speed, she has talent, but you got to be able to put it all together also. So I guess I'll work with her and tinker with her a little bit and see if we can get her right. But as of today, the break leaving the gate, unimpressed with what I saw this morning out of the gate from her. In that same schooler was More Than You Know. James sat on the right line of it. Probably just needs to go to the vet. To be looked over. It doesn't seem to be anything major. He said just biting the right line a bit. But man, I qualified him 2-1, come like 27 and a piece. James had him 28 seconds, probably wrapped up today. Maybe even one more schooler for him. I don't know. We'll see how the wind blows this week. He's ready to go. He's been behind the gate. He does everything perfectly. So do we maybe just go back with 2 qualifiers with him? But he's ready to go right now. And then on the trotting side, Sir Strong did make a little bit of a break leaving the gate. But in fairness to him, he was a little hot this morning behind the gate, but he just got shod this morning. I couldn't go with his toes that long. I asked the blacksmith. He ran out of time yesterday. He said, Anthony, what do you want me to do here? I said, shoe him in the morning. We'll go with him and see if we can get him by. Austin went with him, said he still won a mile on 2.5 last half of a minute, was very strong. He's just eager. He's a little eager. Maybe we'll take the edge off him next week a little bit for his qualifier, but I think he's ready to qualify. And in that qualifier, who did I have in there? Oh, Landing Pad. Oh, he was very good. Very, very, very good. Now, he made a break with no hobbles on last week, so he saw the gate a couple of times already. I put him right on the gate today. He trotted out quiet, not hot. Dropped him in the 3-hole. Now, Luke Blay had one on the front to get over the half in 1:07. Felt like time stopped. But I didn't care. He'd already been in 2-1. I didn't care about the speed. I was so pumped. I knew we were walking. but I was so happy that he behaved. He just sat there and behaved. I moved him over down the lane, and we were smoking the last 16th. And he kind of weaved through. He was in tight quarters, and I just had to move him around a little bit, and he shot through, and he won the schooler. It was an impressive mile. By far the most impressive mile by landing pad in his life. So now I see the speed. I see the intelligence. I see the quietness. He's ready to go. We're going to qualify landing pad next week. Very impressive mile from that horse today. I went with landing strip today. He's a lazy bugger. I had to wake him up in the first turn and shake him up, and then once I set the bit in his mouth and put a little scare into him, he was all business the rest of the way. I think we went a mile in 2:1. Very good, but he's a very odd horse. When you start him up, like, he'll really sink into the bit, but to get him there, a bit of a dump truck getting him into 5th gear, but man, once you get him there, he can go a little bit. Very, very happy with what I saw in a different way. And then Tactical Mounds, James said, was angry today. Hobbles on. She's got to learn. I said to James, that's fine. That's why we have the schoolers. She made a break going into the first turn. She was a little bumpy, a little cranky coming out of the gate, but she's got to teach her. That's why we have schoolers. That's why they're there. You know, you can't hide the work from her. This filly, again, some of that work that she needed to put in throughout the winter was lost due to sickness and when she got injured. There's lots of time. There's no rush with Tactical Mounds. Not for me or anybody else. He said she still exploded once and went a mile in 2:7 last half and 1:1. You know, he said, but Anthony, she was angry. I said, yeah, she's allowed to be, James. I'm angry at you sometimes too. It happens. So Tactical Mounds will come back again and again and again until she gets it right. And then I'm gonna go with, pay attention. Look at that cat. Now, this is a horse I qualified in 56. And then we scoped him after, and he had an entrapment. We had him operated on. He had time off, jogging, trained 1 slow mile 2 days ago. I let him go out of there a little bit today. I went to get away 6th. Now, I have a gating pole on him, and he needs it in the turns. And I let him coast over a little bit more, and he just got a little scrambly and rolled off in the first turn. But come back trotting, won a mile like 58 after he run, and went by like 4 horses in the last quarter of the mile to be a very close 4th. He was very good. Horse is ready to trot 55, 56, and fits the bottom class at Mohawk on Tuesday. A little food for thought for everybody. Just a little something for you for the weekend. Look at that cat. No guarantees, but I was super impressed with what I saw from Look at That Cat today. So we got another new face coming up and Look at That Cat. Got some babies ready to go. Got a couple more we just have to work on. Globetrotting's ready. Certainly today is somewhat made up for the abomination that was last night, but that's racing. You know, I guess it's not really an abomination, it's just part of racing. So we'll try to fix the errors of last night, which really shouldn't be that hard. We'll work on the shortcomings of today, try to polish up the horses that look good so they look even better come qualifying day next week. So I would say if they have any 2-year-old qualifiers, which sometimes they do this time of year on Tuesdays, you'll see some qualifiers next week. If not, we'll have to wait a week from Friday. Either one is perfectly fine with me. So we're back to the farm now. Good day today. I still have to find a ride for Brave World in the races tonight. Got to find a ride for Brave World tonight. That shouldn't be hard. Lots of people race around here for Grand River. And good luck to the Grace group tonight. I just assumed she'd lay over them tonight. There's a couple of killers in there. One in particular, Simcoe Sealster, shows 54. Might be a little much for Gracie in there. I don't know if she wants to butt heads with that horse, but we'll see. I think either way, you'll see a very good race from her tonight. So with that, I'll let you guys go. Not a whole lot more going on today. Talk to you all very soon. Take care.